This isn't about being a homer. This is about getting it right. And the zeros are on the board. The game is on the line. It's the fourth quarter. You refs, you need to step up. How do you let this fly? And I don't even know if this is probably not a challengeable play, is it?
I don't know if you can challenge.
I don't think you can challenge zeros.
You
Can't
challenge penalties.
No, you can't challenge penalties in the NFL. So I'm pretty sure you can't challenge the time clock.
No,
but really, the referees let this play go.
Where was the video review on that? Just stepping in then.
Well, it's not within the 2-minute warning.
I guess it's restricted. Yeah, it is. It's in the 2-minute warning.
Not when he scored, it wasn't. I mean, sorry, not when the play happened, it wasn't. When they scored, sure. But when this play happened, it wasn't 2-minute warning.
I see.
So it can't be challengeable by review from upstairs. It's on the field. It's whether or not it's a challengeable play by Coach Joseph. I don't think it was. Refs got this one wrong. You know what? Give it to Mahomes. He's a great quarterback. Said he's a legit quarterback. This guy's going to be big. I'm just not a big fan of this whole zeros on the board. He scores a big touchdown that wins the game off of it. Not flying with me.
Yeah, well, what the F? Yahoo. Your defensive updates, they disgust me. You get one out of every 25, 30 players, maybe, an update somewhere. I don't know where your capabilities are. You have a fantasy podcast, kind of like ours. You have a huge app with millions of people playing.
It's really frustrating when you're playing a defensive team in IDP leagues, and Yahoo, like you said, they got it. That's what we play most of our IDP leagues is through Yahoo. So why are you not more up to date on your defensive players like you are on your offensive players? You get the Q, you get the O, and that's all you get. You don't really get any other update about whether the player is going to play, whether he practiced. None of that stuff for the defensive players. Yahoo, you need to get your crap together on that one. You know, again, big fantasy football money being put out there. Your leagues are part of it. But you know what? Let's give a shout out to RotoWorld.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm getting my good stats.
That's where I look
That's where my injury reports are coming from.
That's everything I look for is on RotoWorld. If they only had a fantasy league that we could plug into.
That's right. They've got the up-to-date stats there, guys. If you got a player that's questionable, go to RotoWorld. You'll be able to find out what's going on with that player.
I, in fact, think I'm going to be plugging RotoWorld into my iPad for next year's drafts and having that app on hand while I'm drafting because it looked pretty convenient from the display and the preview I saw online.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy app to understand. It's right there in front of you. Got all the leagues that you want. You got your NFL, you got your NBA, you got your NHL. Great for your fantasy leagues.
Thanks, RotoWorld.
Thanks, RotoWorld. So, looking ahead here.
Week 5?
Week 5. Seems like a pretty big Week 5 there. Hey, Big D?
Indeed.
What's going on in Week 5, Big D?
Bronco Pat versus Big D.
Yeah.
Fantasy war.
IDP, Calgary League, me and Big D facing off this week. And it looks like it's going to be a close one.
2 500 teams, just so you know. 2-2.
Both 2-2.
Yep.
I should be 4-0. Just put it out there.
Woulda, coulda.
God, it was a really bad week
I
last
should be
week.
4-0 too if all my players played.
Hey, all my players did play. They just got outplayed by certain players
just
during
for
that week.
Mini update in case you care. I'm up. Picked up last minute. Switched my quarterback. Threw in luck. Came through. Unfortunately, my linebacker, Leonard, stood on the sidelines for the whole game.
That means you're going to need a whole lot of luck there.
Need a whole lot of luck.
I'm telling you, Goff's going to blow Luck's projections out of the water.
I don't know. I said it comes down to it.
I say double it. I'm putting it right now. Andrew Luck got 28 points. Put Goff up there for 56.
Come on.
Hey, he got a lot of points less. He got 48. He got 48 last week. 48 last week. I think he could put up 50 again. especially against that really bad Seahawks defense.
No way.
You never know.
No, you're
But,
in dreamland.
I mean, honestly, I've got you all across the board. This is just going to be a cakewalk. I'm telling you right now, Big D, you're done. You're going to be crying. It's over. You may as well toss in that white flag because it's over.
It's not over. The games have to be played.
I see how you're putting Chubb there against Hyde.
Absolutely.
Like your way of coming across there, like, well, I'm going to beat you because if Carlos Hyde doesn't get the touchdowns, I am.
Absolutely.
Well played.
Smart play.
Very well played.
Very good play.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
You're saying that Chubb's going to be getting more of the touches this week?
I think so, because the coach says, give that boy the ball and see what he can do.
And if I'm the coach, I'm saying Carlos Hyde isn't broken, so why fix it? And that's where Carlos Hyde is going to beat out Chubb.
Carlos Hyde isn't breaking 40-yard runs.
He is putting up numbers every week. He's projected at least
7-yard play,
70 yards with a touchdown.
Plunges,
70
just
yards
like
with a touchdown. That's
he's
not
Bettis
bad.
Kind of running back.
That's not
Absolutely
bad.
solid.
He's my RB2.
Good numbers. Great numbers. Can't complain.
Can't
Chubb's
complain.
going to beat him this week.
No, I don't know.
We're playing on it.
What
We got
do you got
Baltimore.
for what do you got for running backs? No, sorry. What do you got for your wide receivers there, Big D?
You know, my wide receivers are, they're not the greatest.
Yeah,
team in the
Hogan,
league.
Galladay, and Jeffrey.
Hogan should have showed up, but
Alshon Jeffrey had a really good week for you last week.
Yes, he's
You
going
know
to
what he
double that
is?
production.
Oh, he's an up and down kind of wide receiver there. Might be Aguilar's week
Talking
this
about
week.
up and down, how about Michael Thomas?
Hey, I mean, I'm shopping him if it's not a good week.
Yeah.
Let's put that out there. Anyone want Michael Thomas? I'll trade you right across for someone. I'm just done with him if he has a bad week. It was brutal watching him get the yards and no touchdowns. Said you had to get me some touchdowns. You didn't. You're on the block, Michael Thomas.
You want to talk about another matchup that might not come through for you is I think Lindsey might get a couple touchdowns. I don't think Freeman will get a couple touchdowns. And then
No. If you listen to the prognosticators and you listen to the stats, Joseph is saying that we need to give Royce Freeman more yards this year. We need to give him more touches. That's what's happening this week. Royce Freeman is getting more touches than Lindsey. After that beast move that he got for the touchdown, I think Royce Freeman's finally starting to take over this team. He's the number one running back. Put it up there. Sorry, bro. He's going to put me up another 14
I'm in that situation
points.
as well with Collins there because of Buck Allen. It's a coin toss between those two every week. Buck Allen plunged in for a touchdown last week there, and and
I knew where I was picking that I wasn't getting no top 5 running back. So I reached for Royce Freeman. But you know what? Out of the players that I got, he has been consistent. He has gotten at least 8 to 14 points every week for me. That's not bad for the position that I am picking him in. I just need my wide receivers to be the wide receivers they can be this week. And like I said, you're toast.
we have a tight end slug out, hey?
We got a pretty big tight end slug out there. You there with Kelsey, me with Ertz. Both guys are really putting up the numbers this year. Yeah, that's a tight end battle for the ages right there.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's where he gets, which tight end's going to get the touchdown.
Exactly what I'm looking at again.
That's what we're projected here is a touchdown away from each other, basically.
That's all the numbers are.
That's right.
What are those final projections here for you?
Well, I'm projected right now at 132, and that's without anyone playing. You're projected at 121. Where is this week going to be won or lost? Where are we splitting hairs here?
I think it's the head-to-head matchup. Baltimore versus Cleveland.
Are they playing each other? They are playing each other. Wow.
That's the head-to-head.
Look at that matchup there, huh?
It's meant in the stars. It's destiny.
There's destiny here. We got Chubb versus Hyde. We got Cleveland versus Baltimore. I mean, where would you thought that your fantasy team would come down to a Baltimore versus Cleveland matchup?
Right?
Right here, right now, Big D. It's me and you.
This week, this Sunday.
Holding on to hope and a prayer. This week, you versus me. May the best me win. I mean, may the best man win, Big D.
Absolutely. This makes fun fantasy. This is the first time this has happened for us. We've played other Yahoo
For money.
leagues. Yeah.
For money.
Absolutely.
And that's what I said. I'm going to kill you. So I want to give thanks. Since it is Thanksgiving weekend, let's give thanks to this league, Big D.
Yes. I want to thank this league indeed.
This league that adopted us. Took me in first. Showed me the ways. Allowed me to bring my big brother in.
We played together.
That's right.
That was a great season.
That was a good season. We actually finished top 4.
Yeah.
Found out we could actually play in this league. And you know what? From there, it's been nothing but an adventure with these guys. These guys that we barely know have become brothers.
Yeah.
This is an awesome league.
Absolutely.
Great to know every single one of you guys.
It's been awesome. And I can't give more thanks than that, considering the spirit of the season.
It's all about that Super Bowl party, right?
Yes, it is.
I want to win, but you know what? That Super Bowl party is always the consolation.
It is great consolation.
That's right.
Except when you have to watch the Eagles win.
Or the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what's really fun? Getting ham-slammed and watching the Broncos win the Super Bowl. When you're your team, and that's why I feel great for Kelly. He got that, it's not really the Triple Crown. Not really sure what they called it.
The double.
The double. That's what it is. He got the double. Yeah. The double-double.
He watched his team win and he won champion.
That's right. Nothing better than that.
Yeah.
That's a great Super Bowl party right there.
I can't disagree with you on that.
So, let's get into Suck to Suck.
Yeah. Sucks to suck this week.
Dalvin Cook, 3 weeks in a row. Really sucks to suck for this guy. Last week, 10 carries, 20 yards. This week, already sitting on the bench.
Bench this week for my roster.
Bench this week for my roster too. Sucks to suck.
Moving on to Mr. Leonard in Indianapolis. He's sitting on the sidelines, watching the game, taking a 0. There was no update until game time on his status.
This guy, we hyped him up last week. Said he's a beast. Legit
monster.
Linebacker. Sitting on the bench this week.
Yeah.
0 points. Sucks to suck. And last but not least, this week, we're going to change it up a bit. It's not going to be about the injuries. It's going to be about those 0 touchdowns from ODB and Julio Jones.
Unreal.
I mean, I said it from the beginning of the season. Julio Jones doesn't put up touchdowns. ODB, got no more excuses, boy. No injury. Where are your touchdowns?
Where's these balls coming to you?
He's getting the yards. He's just getting no touchdowns. This guy that just signed this $90 million contract, 0 touchdowns. Wish I could produce like that and make millions.
Absolutely.
Sucks to sucks, people.
So we want to talk about growing our podcast. So, because, you know, we do advertise ourselves as fantasy football, fantasy sports. So we're going to talk about hockey here soon, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to expand our podcast. We're going to dabble into a little hockey fantasy, hockey sports. Like I said, we are fantasy football, fantasy sports, but we are sports. And you know what? It's hockey season.
Yeah,
so
we're done camping.
Yeah, done camping. It's hunting season. We're going to start getting in some NHL. Bring it on, boys. Can't wait for this season. Can't wait for the fantasy part of it.
Yeah, who's going to be the leading scorer this year?
I thought I picked up a few goal scorers. Let's see, you know, with hockey, it's around November when you start determining whether your team is a legit team.
So that's why we're talking about our podcast not being a weekly thing, maybe a bi-weekly, or as the stats come in, we see a good chunk of numbers. Maybe report on it then, because I mean, we don't want to drive this down your throats.
No, a lot of games in the NHL, a lot of games every week. You know, so bi-weekly podcast for the hockey aspect would probably be a little bit better than the weekly fantasy football.
Which will continue weekly updates with Fantasy World.
But you know what? We want to approach this every which way we can. We love sports. love hockey. We love football.
And we love to talk.
Yeah, I like to talk.
Yeah.